Hi, welcome to Board Game Opinions. My name is Jonathan Hicks.
I'm Steve Rain.
I'm Mark Windle.
I'm Amy Worsley.
And this is TableTalk, where we discuss interesting topics in the board game industry. And today's topic is, would you rather play a mediocre game with great people or a great game with mediocre people? I think we've all been there, haven't we? There are certain games that work really well with the right group, and with the wrong group it just falls flat and it's no fun at all. So is it the people that make the game, or are some games great even with the wrong crowd?
So I think if you this question, if you take away party games only work if people are up for it.
Agree.
I'm thinking of €2. €1 is one of my favourite euros of all time. Another euro is just a euro. It's not my top 30 or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so there's my great one and mediocre one, and then I have my favourite people to play with. You three, obviously. Would I rather play the mediocre euro with you three, or would I rather play the Oracle at Delphi or Gaia Project with three people who I don't know, or maybe one of them's slow, or one thinking, or I'm just going to win easy or something.
Players.
I think the issue varies from the type of game that you're playing. Obviously, with a party game, you need people to be enthusiastic and involved. But with a Euro, the thing that makes them not fun is slow play, effectively, isn't it? If they sit there quietly, not saying anything, and take the turns very quickly, that's fine.
But what if it's not competitive?
I quite like the interaction. I like a bit of, I want someone to heckle me, even when I'm doing a Euro.
Say Pandemic would be, you could play with quick players, but that's Euro enough. But
because you've got the debate, haven't you? The discussion about should we do this, should we do that?
And if someone's not bothered or doesn't want to take the effort or time to interact with it, I don't care. Oh, you're gonna let Hong Kong fall, are you?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
And there's another caveat as well before we go into it. Legacy games or games you can only play once. You want to play those.
You have to play those with a good group. So,
but you want to play that with the best group.
You want to play it with your best friends ever.
So that's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about a generic.
Because obviously you want to play great games with great people. Don't you?
Yeah. And if you had to lean one way,
if you had to. But then there's games such as Sheriff of Nottingham, where if you don't have the right group of people, it completely falls flat, and it could be your most hated game ever. But it's actually you just played it with the sort of people who aren't going to get into the role play of it, because you do need to have that encouragement about it.
I've never had a good game of Spyfall. It's fallen flat.
It's the same
every
reason.
single time I've played.
It's the people you played with as much as because many people have. And I've had good games of it, but
I've had some absolutely amazing games of Spyfall. But sometimes I always if I'm playing with a new set of people, I tend to have to give them examples like use your senses, think about where you are, and I've actually photocopied the inner section of mine, and each player gets a copy of that centerfold. So I've actually had to tweak the game a little bit so that I don't let that happen.
I printed them on the back of the cards. I did some handmade ones and printed the locations.
Yeah, that's clever too.
So if I asked Jonathan if you were to play Trajan with us three,
oh dear,
which is a game you hate, but the game itself is mediocre, surely.
Oh, I mean, it's a good game in terms of the ranking. Plenty of people really like it. For me, it's definitely a mediocre game because it's
and so that would be one option, and the other option is to play Hanabi
with some really boring
who didn't know the conventions.
Oh no, that's not fair. Because it really depends on the people.
Gaia Project.
I think I'd rather play Gaia Project, and I wouldn't be bothered about the people.
Really?
Okay.
But I think that's the kind of game it is. With the Euro, I don't think I care about the people.
No, I still think I'd be frustrated. I'd get annoyed that people weren't taking turns properly. I'd get frustrated if somebody gives up, because they're especially in heavy Euros, if somebody's not up for it.
Would that be a mediocre person or a bad person?
Yeah, so we're verging into bad people there.
I don't know. I'd say it's because people generally carry on no matter what, because if you've invested enough time so far into a game, then it's kind of a case of they kind of just get to that stage where they're like, I'm going to lose.
Not trying rather than giving up.
Yeah, not trying, I suppose, is the thing, because it doesn't really feel like a victory to me, and it would make me enjoy the game less if I were to win. Unlikely, but
go on.
Yeah, as I say, I think of the larger sort of game like area control games and stuff, I think you need good people. I think
that is true.
The ability to negotiate, rib. I think also the ability to talk people into doing something they shouldn't be doing by
He's very good at
this. Is entirely what makes those games fun.
Yeah.
And then you go to something like Game of Thrones or Diplomacy, you have to be able to. It requires the right people and they're the good people. Otherwise, they don't fall flat. They will be people having massive arguments and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I think it's easier on, again, back to a more mechanical game. I think it's easier with people than it is a game that requires more
Yes.
table talk around it.
Some games you call like multiplayer solitaire,
Yeah.
don't you? And Euro certainly verge into that territory. Some of them really go into that territory, where effectively you are building your engine and whatever it is, and for most of the game you're focused thinking about
On
what
your
you're
They're really
going
good
to
to
do.
play on iPads.
Yeah, so in that sort of game, your fellow gamers matter less.
But the more interaction,
Yeah.
I suppose,
Yes,
there is with
the
people,
better the people.
more important
The more
people
important
become.
the people
But-
are, yeah.
And a party game is the ultimate example of its maximal interaction, isn't it?
Party games aside, the games with more interaction are generally games I don't like as much.
That's true.
So I would want the people I'm playing with to be better.
Yes, because it makes you more entertaining
Yes.
the game.
Yeah.
Also, push come to shove, with knowing the people I'm playing for, I'm happy to play a mechanical game with people I like more, because if I don't like the game, at least I can talk to them.
Yeah.
If it's a game I don't like,
Yes.
I can have somebody to chat to. Also, if you know the right sort of people, you think, well, they're going to teach it well. It'll be done in a decent amount of time. So I'm not sat here 3 hours later, still not liking the game.
Yeah.
Because they're just the wrong sort of people for that game.
Thinking about it, yeah, if they are great people, I'd play pretty much anything with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Cockroach Poacher.
Love letter?
Yeah,
don't
true.
like.
Yeah.
You make me play all these area control games,
That's true. Yeah,
movement games, but I'm happy to do it because I know I'm gonna
At least have fun with chatting with people. And
That's true. Yeah.
yeah.
God, these are games I love, but it's probably because I always play them with great people, because I will not.
All right.
Can a game be
Otherwise-
great because of the people you've played it with?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The right kind of game. So.
Yes.
That one game, maybe the game in general.
You
but
can
that
be
one,
put off
that
you
one
can be
game.
put
That
off-
one game can be amazing because you've had a great experience with other people.
And alternatively, you can be put off a game for life if you play it with really
Quite a lot of
mediocre people. And
Yeah, agree.
you don't enjoy it because of that. And then you could
100%.
play it another time 2 years down the line and go, why didn't I love that the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have a little vote again. So is it going to be great people or great game? I'm going to go for great people.
Yeah, except for heavier Euros.
Well, with exceptions.
it's
Okay,
great people.
Yeah, people.
Yeah,
great
people.
people.
Well, there you go. What do you think? Are the people more important than the game? Or are some games more important than the people? Let us know below. Do remember to like and subscribe if you can. That helps us a great deal.
If you've got any questions of your own you'd like us to try and do
yes.
in TableTalk in the future, please let us know as well.
Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.